Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? Long overdue for this one. Real long overdue. Um, this is one that, we've touched on here and there, but I think that this topic right here and this debate can go on and on and on to the end of time. And this was a player comparison that I lived to witness. I'm blessed to say that I grew up watching both of these individuals play. Hit that like and hit that sub, and also comment as well, and make sure you hit the notifications so that you're able to get my content. Now, let me start off by saying this first and foremost, okay? That I absolutely love both of these players. Uh, from a, from an all around skill set and more importantly, off the court, they were genuinely great human beings. Uh, as you know now, Penny Hardaway, he's at the coach of Memphis on the collegiate level, and then also Grant Hill, he's um, he's doing broadcasting right now. Okay, um, just like with anything else, man, I'm not the one to get on here and say anything without doing my research and or actually knowing about uh, a particular player or a particular situation. But the reason why I have Penny Hardaway above Grant Hill is for the fact that Penny was able to do. He was gifted in almost every area that you can think of. Okay, now Penny, to me, he had better footwork. He had better court vision. He was a better ball handler, which both of them were great at. And he was a better shooter. That's not to say that Grant Hill was terrible at shooting, but you know back in those back in those times, I mean, yeah, you would back players down, and you had a jumper in the mid range and everything, but they weren't shooting outside. Uh, as much. Um, Look, I'm gonna say it like this, okay? Penny Hardaway, man, could do pretty much everything on the floor. He revolutionized. He made the point guard position look very flamboyant, as too with Grant Hill. He did too, and numbers can get kind of overstated sometimes. A lot of people they get caught up in the numbers and the statistics and stuff like that, But I'll go through the numbers because a lot of people they think that Grant Hill just blew Penny out of the water, and it wasn't like that. First and foremost, neither one of them got any championships. Okay, neither one of them achieved any championship. Uh, but the thing that Penny had the edge on Grant Hill is that he made it to the finals. He made it to the finals, and he got much further making it to like the Eastern Conference Finals than what Grant Hill did. Okay. Uh, Penny Hardaway only played 14 seasons, while Grant Hill he played 18 seasons. Right now, this is going to shock some people, but in terms of the playoffs played, they both played the same amount. They both played eight appearances in the playoffs. Uh, Grant Hill was a seven-time All-Star, while Penny was four, and Penny had the notch or the nod on Grant Hill. Penny had on All NBA first team. Penny had two, Grant Hill had one. And as far as All NBA teams, Penny had three, and Grant Hill had five. Of course, you remember the Rookie of the Year because it was the first time that there was co-Rookie of the Year. Grant Hill had won with Jason Kidd. Okay, everybody, I mean, at least people that grew up remember that. That was at a time when they all were starting to usher in the like playmaking all around play. I mean, these guys were getting damn near triple doubles and stuff, and back in way back when it was triple double was a real big accomplishment. It's easy to get a triple double now though in today's game. I would say it's a little bit more easier than it was back in those times because they weren't shooting a lot of jumpers like that. It would be like a lot of mid range shots and stuff, and the game was played from inside out. As far as points per game, uh, Grant Hill had the notch. Um, he averaged 16.7 and 15.2. As far as rebounds is concerned, Grant Hill had he averaged six, and Penny Hardaway averaged 4.5. And of course, Penny had the edge in both assists and steals per game. Uh, Penny averaged 5.0 assists, while Grant Hill had 4.1 average for his career. And as far as steals per game, Penny averaged 1.6, and Grant Hill averaged 1.2. Now let's stop there for a minute, okay? I'm not gonna talk about blocks and on ball defense or anything like that because they weren't like they weren't that wasn't their forte. Even though they could play defense when they needed to and everything, but that wasn't they weren't like just isolated on ball defenders like that. But they could. I think what was unique about Penny is that he could play the passing lane pretty good, and he would get the steal, and he was able to get out in the open floor, breakaway. Uh, one of the things that I think that Penny doesn't get a lot of credit for is is his real great court vision. Uh, everybody talks about all the passes, that Jason Kidd does, or Nash, or even like LeBron and Magic and all of those guys, even Oscar Robertson. But Penny, like I said, he made he made it look like really really easy. Grant Hill had to, Grant Hill worked hard for his points, and I know that because I watched Grant Hill play. I watched him at Duke. I am a Duke fan, and uh, Grant Hill was raw athleticism. He was like really like just raw athleticism, and it took him a minute to kind of develop when he was at Duke. Penny was just a natural. Like Penny just came in, he was just a natural, So I think that's why he has he, a little bit he has the edge on him too. Now, also another thing that we have to dissect are the injuries. Okay, uh, Penny he suffered a left knee injury um, in the 90, it was around the 97, 98 season. And he had to he ended up having surgery on that knee. And then he returned and he was able to actually get an all-star appearance. But after that, pretty much, his career was done after that, Uh, I bring up the injuries because, there's a lot of people that feel like, oh, okay, well, what would have been for both of these individuals? And the reason why I bring that up is because when you bring up an injury like that with Penny, you also have to bring up the fact that with Grant Hill's ankle. Now, the ankle wasn't the big problem. It was a deadly infection that nearly killed Grant Hill. When he was diagnosed with MRSA, and they had discovered it because he was running a temperature of about I think it was like 104, and he just wasn't feeling good, and the doctors they recognized it, and they were able to catch it in time. So and it the infection had has spread to his bone, and that right there, that's that's we're talking about somebody's life. We're talking about um I respect both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I really respect both of these guys. I don't have any not because the thing about it is that Penny was being compared to Magic Johnson and all that other stuff. If Penny would have kept playing, he would have actually been one of the greatest to play, if not the greatest point guard. In my opinion, he possibly would have went down as possibly one of the best point guards to ever play. You know what I'm saying? That's how nice he was. He would first step Jordan. He would first step Jordan and go to the rack. This was before a light little crossover, but the crossover was more like a Tim Hardaway crossover back in those days. But nevertheless, he would utilize it, and he would get to the rack with ease. He could. I was telling somebody the other day, he could move without the ball. Penny could move without the ball. At times, he did play shooting guard. A lot of people don't realize that. What's up? What's up, True? What's up, Don Lovato? I see y'all in the building, man. You said Penny was a great player too. Had the Magic didn't uh, take care of his business in the 1995, Shaq would have definitely stayed in Orlando. They were young, Don Lovato. They were young. They were young, and they were inexperienced, and you were dealing with a skill set in Hakeem Olajuwon that was a dominant force. Uh, I'm not now with Grant Hill. I'm gonna say this, okay? With Grant Hill, in terms of like slashing and raw ability and being aggressive, could fill up a stat sheet as well. Uh, Grant Hill Grant Hill was that guy too. But in terms of, I'm talking about just general skill set. If you looked at that player and you say, "Wow, his moves are nice and everything," Penny Penny had the edge. Now, overall playing wise and longevity, you got to give it you got to give it to Grant Hill. Yeah, they were young, and I'm not gonna say dumb though, because Penny actually understood the game uh back at that time. They just they ran up against a real dominant force. The Magic, had they stayed together and they stayed healthy and they kept it together, because I like that Magic team. They actually could have, they had a chance at winning, Don. They really did. So I don't know. I think some people sometimes they take your words out of context when I say that skill wise he was better. I would say Penny had a better feel for the game. That's like when if you were comparing a player like, let's say, like James Harden and I'll say like a player like James Harden and like another shooting guard who's like really decent. Like I would say like uh Steph. Nah, I can't say Steph Curry. Can't think of anybody at the top of my head right at this juncture. But you take a guy like James Harden. He has great feel for the game. You know, he has great feel for the game, and he's a natural. He could get to the rack and everything. But in terms of shooting wise and fundamental wise, and being able to do more with the basketball, and just overall, Steph Curry is a better fundamentally sound player, but better feel for the game is James Harden, if that makes any sense. As far as overall player, uh, I would give the edge to Steph Curry, just on the fact that he's accomplished more, and he's now they're both. I'm not trying to get into comparison with those two, but just James Harden, he just has better feel for the game, and I'm not the biggest James Harden fan in the world. I'm not the biggest James Harden fan at all, you know. But you have to take your hats off to him. He has better feel for the game than a lot of other guys do. He could go drink and eat a lot and everything like that, and just come out there and then drop 40 on you. I'm saying when he's healthy or whatnot. There's some people that really have to work at it. You said Nick Anderson never recovered uh, from his missed free throws in the finals. No, he never did. And a lot of people don't realize that Nick Anderson really was a decent player. Um, but that took a toll on him. But I'm gonna drop the link, and if anybody wants to chime in, they can on this. I'm gonna say this though. Uh, I'm gonna say this one last thing. As I've said, and I'm gonna make it clear. I'm not I'm not saying that overall Penny was a overall better player or had a better career or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that skill set wise and better feel for the game, he was he was uh he was better than Grant Hill. I enjoyed watching Penny more so than I did Grant Hill. But Grant Hill, uh, he accomplished more in his career. Even though Penny made it to the finals and had a chance to win, his Grant Hill's longevity, he finished being able to play 18 seasons even after recovering after that risky situation that he had. So I'm gonna open it up. You can come up in here and chop it up, flex your opinion. Give me just a second. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. Oh, wow. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know why this thing. Oh, okay. All right. So the link is right there. Hopefully y'all are able to get in. If you can't, then just let me know. But like I said, man, I love both players. I love watching them. But this is something that needs to that I feel that needs to be talked about. Because a lot of people they look at they'll look at the numbers, or they'll look at certain situations, or they'll be like, well, you know Penny never, he never did this, or he never did that, or Grant Hill, he only averaged 16, point 7 points. Why is he regarded as so great? Why do they still talk about him? Well, like I said, it's like what I said earlier. What would have happened had they not had suffered those trials and tribulations that they had to go through? Grant Hill was is a great individual, man. Uh, he was class. He was a professional guy, man. You never heard about anything uh, about neither one of them. I don't think I never heard anything about Penny neither. And see, that was the thing about those two. They were still humble, and they accepted the situation. Yeah, they went through a lot. They went through a lot, but they still were able to work through that adversity, and still were able to finish. No, not quite maybe what they wanted, but it definitely, they they finished what they started, man. I hated that both of those injuries happened to them. I hate it. That's like a talk of conversation that can go on and on. Because okay, with Grant Hill, some people were, comparing him. They were trying to find that next heir apparent. They were trying to find that next guy that was going to come in and dominate the scene in place of Jordan. And I think that he came in like that, and they were like, "Wow, this guy is it." Now, did I see him like Jordan? No, absolutely not. That's no knock on Grant Hill, but I didn't see him in that light. I didn't see him in that light. I didn't see Grant Hill, like that. He he didn't really, Jordan was like a rare breed. He wasn't as ferocious on defense like Jordan when he was younger. For me to make that comparison. As a matter of fact, if you really want to be technical and you really want to be real about everything, D Wade played more like a young Jordan. I'm talking about a young Michael Jordan, not Jordan as he got older. Like 91, like I would say like 93 Jordan, 96, 97 Jordan, and all that. That was different from a 87, 86 Jordan. Entirely different. They still were great, but we're talking about a guy that played really both ends of the floor. So that's why I couldn't put Grant Hill in there, and that's no knock on Grant Hill because he was a phenomenal player. So I'm gonna go ahead and I put the link in there if you want to hop in. If you got something to say, go ahead. You can flex your opinion. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. Um, just leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Like this video, share it. If you're not a member, of the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get my videos and the content. Oh, okay. Oh, Big Who, you want to come in here? You got something to say, huh? All right. And who is? What's up, Big Who?
Hey, what's up with you, bro? How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. What's going on? What you got on this?
Hey, man, those were two great players that injuries held their careers back. You know what I'm saying? I like Penny and I like Grant Hill. Grant Hill had joined the Clippers at the end of his career, but I like the Penny though too, though, man. I got the Penny shoes right now to this day.
I
Penny was,
think I think everybody got the penny shoes. Everybody.
hey, not out here though, because every time I put them on and I walk
Uh-huh.
outside. They'd be like, "Hey, where you? Those are Penny Hardaway's. Where you get them from?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got these down south in Louisiana when I was out there." They'll be
Right.
like, "Oh, okay." Like, because you really can't find them out here, but y'all
Yeah,
got them out here.
they they um they're rare to they're rare, they're really rare. I mean, I've seen some at the store, but they weren't the ones that I wanted, like, and you can find them online.
Right,
What's
right.
up with you, Don Lovato? I see you in here, man. What you got on this, man?
Well, man, I have to piggyback of what the Big Who says. These were like two great players. I got to see Grant Hill play at Duke, but I never got to see and so when I saw them playing, I remember watching that movie Blue Chips, with Penny Hardaway and Shaq. And man, this guy was like smooth. So when I would see the Orlando Magic games, with Penny and Shaq, these guys were definitely like Batman and Robin. Penny had it together. And like you guys were saying, injuries, man, that was something else because I think he got injured like what in the third or fourth season with the Magic,
Yeah, it was that
and
97,
yeah, and
97,
they,
98.
yeah, and they try to put the team on Penny because remember Shaq got stolen by the Lakers, and there's like an amount of pressure on Penny, that I thought that the Orlando Magic did him pretty bad by outcasting him because he couldn't carry the Magic because of his injuries. And Grant Hill, he was really good too. And I remember everybody was saying that this player is the parent to Jordan, like, like that one guy, Harold Miner. Remember from USC, they would call him Baby Jordan,
Baby Jordan, yeah, 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 the one hit wonder, one slam dunk. You never heard from him again. Yeah, go ahead.
right? So yeah, these are really good players, man. With the injuries because they could have gone a long way. And like I was telling you earlier about the that the Magic would at least won like a chip. You know, I think those two would have stayed together, Shaq and Penny. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying, earlier. Like they had a chance, so like when you were talking about they failed to get it done.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of individuals don't understand that. Hold on one sec. Okay, I think Big Who fell out. A lot of people don't understand that, you know with their youth and inexperience, just them getting there, alone, like with their raw ability, it definitely it definitely showed prominence. They showed prominence in everything.
Hmm.
Um, man, I hated that the team, they had split up, and Shaq and Penny, but that was a team where if they would have won and they would have repeated, you would have been talking about one of the great teams
Hmm.
ever, because it wasn't just Shaq and Penny. They had, I mean, what they had three. They had 3D. They had Nick Anderson. I think Scott
Yeah.
Skiles.
Horace
You
Grant.
Dennis,
had
Dennis Scott.
Donald Roy, who was a very good role player. They had lots
Yeah,
of guys. I
yeah,
mean,
Horace Grant was good too.
Dennis Scott too. I love Dennis Scott.
In 3D, yeah, he was good, man. Yeah, but remember they went up against the Houston Rockets team that just won the chip the previous year, and they just got Clyde Drexler, who's going for his first chip. And the thing is, they were more hungrier, And the Magic thought, oh well, shit, we're young enough, we can always come back and do some more finals and win some more. And
right.
Mario Ellie, man, I couldn't stand that dude. Him and Robert Ory. Gosh, man, those dudes are
Ellie, Robert
criminals.
Horry, Sam Cassell,
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell. They had a squad.
Yeah, dude, and they're always beating on Phoenix, man. No, dude, I would always pick the Suns to go to the finals because they're and I would always root for those teams to win the final, to go to the finals, and Houston would always knock them out.
Right.
So I don't think they ever did find an apparent to Air Jordan. There's nobody that even well besides Kobe had like similarities.
I tell people, I would say this. Like I said, the '94. Some people argue the '95 team would have gave the Chicago Bulls problems. And that, I mean, I stand on that. And as much as I
Mhm.
love the team, as much as I love the Bulls team and everything,
Yeah,
they were they were a deep team, and and a lot of people don't understand how athletic some of those guys were, and how good they were, kind of ahead of their time in
yeah.
terms of their shooting.
Hmm.
I mean, that's because I can't, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, and I don't want to sit here and quote anything, because I don't want to mislead anybody, or say the wrong thing or anything. But I think that you have several guys that were shooting in the high 30s,
Hmm.
beyond 3 point for 3 point percentage.
Yeah, when you think about it, and before imagine if Michael Jordan would have stayed. You know what I mean? He would have probably won 8 in a row if he would have stayed.
Yeah, some people say that, man, but some people are some people argue that, but that's the thing, man. I hated that Jordan left, but he
Yeah.
left. Um, South Luca, what do you have on this?
Yeah, you got these Polo Ports TVs. They be out here watching your channel, stealing your topics. Nah, I'm just messing with you though. What's going on, man? We already know Grant Hill was better, but I want to ask Big Who, which pennies you got, bro?
What? Grant Hill was better. What?
Uh, I
Even
got
in the
the ones
day?
with the strap on them.
Oh, you like the fours? I don't like the fours, bro. I
Yeah, I got
got
the
all
four.
of them. I can show you. I got the one, two, the three, and I got the original penny ones. The penny one is my favorite one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hey, we sticking to the topic though, man. What do you have on Penny and Grant Hill?
Penny had more highlights, more nostalgia, but Grant Hill was the better player in his prime. He produced more for his team in his prime. Maybe, maybe at the prime as far as we know. At his peak of his career or what we could observe, Grant Hill was a better player. Maybe if Penny could have played a little bit longer and had a longer prime, or we seen him produce more at his prime, you know, I would think it'd be I would consider him over a player like Grant Hill, but Grant Hill produced more for his team. he had a little bit longer prime than Penny, but at the end of the day, he had at his peak, he was better than Grant Hill. I mean, better than Penny, as we know. I can't go off what Penny would have been. I like to go off what he done at his peak years. He played with a better supporting cast. That was obvious. One of the most dominant big men, even though he was young in his career. And and for the '90s, the Orlando was one of the most young, talented teams put together in the '90s. Though they didn't have a real long run, they separated after. They had about a 2.5 year run, if you want to say that. But to me, Grant Hill had a better peak in the prime. Penny's still one of my favorite players. Both of them, two of my favorite players in the '90s.
Hey, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Grant Hill played with Jerry Stackhouse, right? Too.
Yeah, and he played with
Right.
Dumont in his career.
And I got another question. Penny made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? But did Grant Hill make it to any conference finals?
To the conference finals? Nah.
No, because of the injuries, right?
I mean, he never played with somebody as dominant as a Shaq in the prime of his career.
Right. I still like him though
So
because he played for my Clippers.
I was just saying, like, if he was being compared to, like, you know, or they wanted to make that next heir apparent and everything, and he was such a force, then why in the beginning he wasn't able to captivate the league quite like Penny was?
I mean, no, you gotta understand, Grant Hill was because he was more popular than Penny once he hit the league. They came a year after him. He was more popular than
How
Penny.
many
We talked about
commercials
this
did
before.
Grant Hill have?
Huh?
Did he have a dog?
Did he have a what?
Yeah, he was like the
Dog.
first player with a doll. Penny, yeah.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm
No,
saying.
this is the thing. In
How
'96,
how how
Grant
is
Hill the only
that's
player
how
that
that's
league.
how that's how that's how popular Penny was. I
And
mean, you
he
just
had the
said
commercial too with
right
the
now
doll.
you have his shoes and Big Who has his shoes. And then on top of that, you never heard about Grant Hill lighting up Jordan. You heard about Penny lighting up Jordan.
Grant Hill used to light up the Bulls. They lose. He used to kill Pippen. What are you talking about?
Right. But
Oh
they
And
my
never
God,
talked they talked about Penny lighting up Jordan as
what
much
made
bro.
as
that
they did
nigga
Grant
sign
Hill.
with Fila? Out of
Bro,
all shit, he signed with Fila.
He would first step Jordan, he would get by Jordan very easy. Like that was
bro,
important.
hello. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You said Grant Hill. You don't remember Grant Hill lighting up the Bulls?
I mean, he lit up the Bulls, but not as much as the Magic lit up the Bulls. He did all right, but he wasn't as gifted a scorer as Penny was.
What?
He couldn't even shoot as well as Penny.
He averaged more points in his prime than Penny, and rebounds and assists.
No, I'm saying as far as
Um,
skill set wise,
This skill set stuff is a detractor,
skill
man.
set
Either you
wise,
better
we're,
than a
we're
player or
keeping
not.
we're gonna keep it intellectual.
But
Since
okay, let's keep
since
it. I'm gonna
since
keep it
since
in
you,
listen
since
though,
you
Polo.
think that Penny didn't have more in his bag, could Penny
He
post
can
up?
have a Birkin bag, whatever type of bag. He was
Right,
better
right, right,
than.
right. I understand. That's cool. That's cool.
It's Shaq is better than a lot
Like
of players, and he's not as skilled as
but
them.
I mean, listen, could he play with his back to the basket?
Not as good as Penny.
No, he couldn't.
Not as good as
Just,
Penny.
just say no. No excuses. Could
Okay.
he? Did he utilize a first step like Penny?
Did Penny have produced for his team like a Grant Hill? No.
Yeah, he
Even
did.
after
He
Shaq
was
left,
he was the top point guard in the league during that time
he was
before
one of
he
the
got
top
hurt.
point guards in the league. Penny
Plus,
net.
you already saw that he averaged more steals for his career and he averaged more assists. So what does that tell you?
Now you caveat and stats because you started this thing
No
off talking about.
caveat, man. It's no
No,
type of
you didn't.
caveat. That man, stop with all the
You started off talking about stats
man.
already.
Nobody's even saying that. Let's just keep it simple, man.
But Polo, okay, all right, let you go. It's your show.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and hash this out right now. I mean, I think people forget how influential Penny was. You know what I'm saying, Don Lovato? Penny was an influential dude. I mean, Grant Hill, no doubt, he had a longevity in terms of his prowess to the game. Yes, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like raw athleticism, he was head and shoulders above Penny. But in terms of skill set, in terms of people wanting to play like Penny, in terms of people thinking that Penny, people were on Penny instead of Jordan during that time. I saw it, South, and don't be blind to the fact. I know you saw it too, as well as Don Lovato.
Mm.
I know you saw it.
But this song we can look up in '96. Grant Hill led the All-Star voting. He was popular. He was the most popular basketball player around 95, 96, and led it over Jordan, who was back in the league a year back into the league.
Yeah, when he came in, yeah,
No, it was his second year in the league.
huh?
That was his second year in the league, the '96 All-Star.
Right.
He was very popular. Like his first 2-3 years, he was more popular than Penny.
Right, but you have to understand that he had like the magnitude. He suffered an injury before Grant Hill did. You
Yep.
do know that, right?
Yep.
He suffered an injury. Plus he they don't talk about it, but he got hurt before the left knee injury. It wasn't
But
like
before you
severe
had his
nothing, but
severe
he got
major
hurt.
league
He got
injury.
hurt a few times before that,
Yeah.
So I listen. Hey, everybody, I'm not saying Grant Hill was like a notch way way below Penny, but you got to give Penny his flowers. I put it to you like this: if had their careers kept going south, hey, Penny would have had the edge over him because he was already on three All NBA teams, and Grant Hill was only on one. And he at the pace that he was going.
I I feel you, but I could nobody likes Penny more than me. But I feel like I could be more objective about it. That's just my
And
opinion.
you called him overrated the other day.
Yeah, because people are putting because
And I ain't gonna lie,
let
South,
me
man, I
recant
was
it somewhere.
depressed. I was depressed when you
No,
said
no,
that.
let me recant a little bit. I think people are
Man,
overrating him. People are overrating Penny because he didn't live up to the full expectations. He had some great years,
hey,
but he
hey,
did.
Don Lovato, if you don't know, man, we've been going. This is like a conversation me and South done had. What, like almost an hour and a half,
Yeah.
2 hours about.
So yeah, this been brewing on his mind because I like he done put this up for a topic. This been brewing. You must ain't get no
Well,
sleep.
I had to get no. Well, no. I mean, I wanted to talk about it, but we hadn't really got anybody else in here. Like what Don? How old are you, man? Don. Oh, that's Big Who. Big Who is 39. Uh, he older than not to put your age out there. I'm 38 and you 36. So y'all know about this time. Big who was running things?
When and what year?
I mean, just when between the time when Penny came in and then when Grant Hill came in.
I'll give the edge to Penny because he put Jordan and the Bulls out that one year when Jordan tried to come back with number 45. And Nick Anderson told that nigga 45 ain't 23. But he bust some people ass too.
Second best team in the league. They had one of the.
I used to
Penny-
like the way he used to get to the rack and just
Hey, South and Big Who, I'm coming. I'm gonna go out and then I'm gonna come back in, man. Hold it down for just a second, okay?
I used
Big
to like,
Hope.
yeah,
Big
yeah,
Hope.
yeah.
By Grant Hill's second year, he was the most popular player in the league with Jordan in it, bro. This is no lie to you.
Yeah, he was popular, but he didn't get shit done like everybody else.
I don't know why it's like conversations turn into two things at two after one. Like I don't get it. Like your team, you can be a popular player. That don't mean your team is as good as another player's team.
Right.
Like the Magic had way better team. They had one of the young and upcoming the top 5 big men. At that point, Shaq in '95 was like probably the second or third best big man in the league behind Olajuwon, maybe, and David Robinson. Like,
right.
Hill was young. It's a reason why they was able to draft Grant Hill because the Detroit has been shit. They wasn't a good team. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing with a team. An old Joe Dumars and then a rookie Stackhouse who got drafted after him. Like I don't know what he was supposed to be doing with a team like that.
Right.
I don't get this. I don't know when the objectivity.
Stackhouse didn't develop till a little bit later.
Yeah, but even with a developed Stackhouse, they not better than that Orlando team who had Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, Penny, Horace Grant, Shaq. Like,
I agree with South on that one.
Yeah, they had a squad.
Man, Penny that went to the conference. Hell yeah, you going to the conference final. Not just because of Penny, nigga. You got that's why I don't know how that's a good point to make.
Yeah, you got one of the biggest dominating big man.
Hey, let me ask you this. Hey, I think a better question would be, hey, Big Who and South, who would you rather play with? And you see what I'm saying? That I asked y'all that on purpose. I know South probably gonna say Grant Hill, but you see how long it took. When somebody asks me that, believe it or not, I have to sit there and think like you, Big Who. I'm like, damn, well, like what South was saying as far as raw ability and athleticism, but damn, that nigga's nice. But damn, Penny, he gonna find you. But then Penny could shoot, but then Grant Hill, you know what I'm saying? He can grab rebounds. He could do this. He could do that. It's a hard decision.
Yeah. But I'll have to go with Anthony Hardaway. Even though, I will go with Anthony Hardaway. But don't get me wrong, Grant Hill was nice. I like his all-around game too.
Why you putting Z's in there, man? So
I'm trying to get your attention now. Backstage, I got bumped
out. You fell out. I thought you meant like you were falling asleep or something.
No, I'm just saying that
I thought you were falling asleep because you were like, oh, I'm tired of here now. Something like that.
I got bounced out. I'm trying to get your attention because I'm trying to get back in. But hey man, by far, even outside of the nostalgia and the popularity, because it ain't even a great point to say.
Man, nigga, you can't spell nostalgia, nigga. Shut the hell up. Trying to use all these big ass words, nigga.
The aesthetics
You
behind
can't, nigga, spell that shit, nigga. Hey, spell Versace.
Versace.
you can't even say
Sachi, nigga. Goddamn,
Versace.
nigga.
I had to bring the Friday into it.
Goddamn, man. Yeah. So, you know
Cause
all these damn big ass words and shit, nigga.
Hey, that's how you feel.
I gotta Google that shit.
I gotta
Ain't
keep
that a
in
bitch?
mind.
He can't
That
count from 1 to
motherfucker,
10 and all of
that
a sudden he hit
motherfucker
the lottery.
be like, well, you know, I'm like, man, nigga, you better talk normal because we done heard South go off on niggas and shit like that. I'm like, oh, okay, that nigga brought Tyler out, but this nigga want to come with these though.
Cause everybody on panel acted. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no idiots on the panel right now.
Uncle Elroy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go on and play y'all game. I'm gonna play y'all game though.
No, I'm fucking with you, Sal. Hold on one second.
No, I'm saying we finna have some fun.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
We're
I'm
gonna do
just
Grant
laughing
Hill
about the
versus the
movie
Bulls.
though. And
No,
they
no,
say,
no.
"Yeah, bitch, he can't even count from 1 to 10. All of a sudden he hit the lottery."
Dang. I'm finna do Grant Hill versus the Bulls, and then we're gonna do Penny versus the Bulls. Just what they done, cause people get main thing people go to is they want Orlando team beat Jordan them in '95, so I got to put Penny up there. Like, okay, yeah, they beat the Jordan team that played Jordan, just like with Reggie Miller, man. You see how he went to like, come on, man. Reggie Miller good, but that don't make him better than some of the other players because he played against Jordan.
Reggie Miller. Nah, but you already know Penny accomplished more against the Bulls than Grant Hill.
Bro, it makes no sense. I already debunked that. We talking about how these individual players perform. Penny had a way better team than Grant Hill in the 90s. There's a reason why they was able to draft Grant Hill. Grant Hill wasn't no low lottery pick or a good team for getting.
But we talking about, man, we just talking about overall skill. Skill wise.
How we move the goalpost? We talk about
No,
Tim
I'm not
Hardaway.
moving I'm not moving any type of goalpost.
When we talk about Penny led his team to the Eastern Conference, he played a pivotal part, but they were one of the better teams of the 90s. It ain't like Grant Hill played with one of the better teams in the
It don't
90s.
matter though. Listen, they still talking about it though. Like, okay, like with Durant, like that's like the conversation that we had about Durant. Like 10, 15 years from now, what are they gonna say? Durant and them, they won a chip, right? And Durant was an excellent player.
You talking about on the Warriors team?
Yeah, when he was with the Warriors. So Penny, what do they remember? South and Big Hoop, Penny and Shaq.
They gonna remember the highlights.
Right?
Oh, they did the highlights on Jordan. They did better than everybody.
Hey man, I can't even lie though, man. I got that old, what's that, 2K11 or 12?
Uh-huh.
And I be playing that shit. And I use that Orlando team.
See, that's what he basically.
And you know what, too, Sal? This is gonna shock you. Guess what? Guess what jersey I had? I didn't have no Penny jersey, nigga. I had a Grant Hill jersey. That's gonna shock you. I had a Grant Hill jersey. No, hey, remember them Grant Hill jerseys, the red, white, and blue?
Yeah.
I had the blue one. Mm-hmm. Me and my brother had the red one.
Back when we. Back when jerseys were hot. Y'all remember when jerseys were hot?
By 95, 96, Grant Hill was more popular than Penny, bro. I remember this stuff. Yeah, it's a fact, bro. Like, how in the hell do you believe the All-Star in votes with Jordan in the league back in his second year?
Okay, yeah. Hey, that's a wonderful accomplishment. That's a wonderful accomplishment, man. I can't even lie, man. I jumped on the Hill train. I got the felines, everything. I had the pennies and I had the Grant Hills. I did. I ain't gonna lie, shit.
I got both of them.
Yeah, I had a pair of the Feelers too. But I was like, man, what made him sign with Fila? I didn't know Fila was basketball shoes.
I couldn't find this stuff that I normally.
and Grant, South and Big Who. Y'all remember? Remember South? We talk about basketball cards. Hey, dudes was getting into fights
Yeah.
over. It wasn't Jordan. It wasn't the Jordan. Because believe it or not, uh, Shaq's cards, Shaq's cards were worth more than Jordan during that one point in time. But people were fighting over Grant Hill and Penny basketball cards. That's how serious it was. That's how serious it was, man. And a little penny. I give anything to get that little penny. That doll, man. The bobblehead. I wanted that.
What happened? Did he fall out?
I don't know. I'm still talking though. You know what I'm saying? You can chime in on this if you want. Sure. Yeah, I wanted that though.
Yeah.
And Big Who. We got to talk about what's going on with Kawhi. And I'm gonna make you get it out. I'm gonna make you get some words out. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't gonna really say that much, but listen, I'm gonna make your ass get emotional with this and make you say something, man. Hey, listen, man. Kawhi is done.
What you mean, career-wise?
Yeah, he done, man.
You
Kawhi
think
is
so?
done.
You think so?
Nah, you know what, Big Who? I'm only giving Kawhi maybe about.
He got about a good 2 or 3 years left.
Nah, I wouldn't even give him that, man. Uh, Kawhi's done, man. Listen, his knees aren't getting any better. Um, then on top of that, the Mavs and the Heat are looking at him. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
Reggie,
rumors. That's the rumors going around.
Reggie Jackson gonna want his money.
Right.
Reggie Jackson wants to get paid or whatever, which I don't personally feel. That they should hold out on him. They should give him his money. His value went up in the playoffs.
Right.
Paul George, he just came up short again. I can't.
Right.
As much as I like to sit up here and call Paul George, a Hall of Fame or first ballot, I can't really do that, man. I can't really do that because just on the fact that he complained, Big Who, and he said, "Oh, okay, well, if we would have had Kawhi, we would have won." Why did you even say that? People were giving you credit just on the fact alone that you went there.
Yeah, you went out there and played your heart out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just take your L like
take the L like a man. You lost. I lost.
take,
Yeah. Come
take
back
the L.
stronger next year.
And oh, you know who y'all
Kevin
about to get though? Y'all
Kevin
trying to
Love.
yeah. What you think about that?
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good fit.
Oh, you don't want Kevin Love?
I mean, I wouldn't mind him being on the team, but I'm saying, like, who we gotta lose for Kevin Love?
Not much. I mean, he's not
Cause
really.
I want Batum to come back. I
Mhm.
want Reggie to come back. I
Mhm.
want Paul. I want Man. I want Marcus Morris and Cousins.
Don Lovato, what happened? Why you fall out, bro? Hey, so you want shoot, pretty much you want the core.
Yeah, I want the core back. I don't know. They could do something with Patrick Patterson and I don't know what's up with Patrick Beverly no more, man. That shit he did was real unsportsmanlike.
I knew that, man. Nah, it ain't your Wi-Fi. Hey, Big Who, man. I knew it. See, that's what I'm saying. Every time I go out, that nigga Big Who leave. You see what I'm saying? I knew he was gonna leave, man. I knew it. It's all good though. I gotta realize, man, when somebody call me, it messes up. It messes up my stream yard. But anyway, you said okay, all right, Don. I see you up in here. Yeah, Don. Okay, it was your Wi-Fi, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm with that dreadful spectrum.
Yeah, Don. Hey, you need to come on the panel. You need to come on the panel more, man. Like I like picking your brain. South Political, where you at, man? You fell out too, man.
Well, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
I'm over here in the OC, baby. OC.
Hey man, I like he's like man. That Don Lovato sounded like Debo, man. Who you talking to? Like man, all right, sure. He came with that West Coast on us, all right.
Yeah, so listen, so I'll tell
Now
you
you
guys.
are you sure you ain't in Compton? Sure, you know what I'm saying? You sure you ain't in Inglewood?
No, that's some good food over there, man. Some like Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, really good place, man.
Now we got to talk about your Lakers. You know, Don
Dude,
Lovato.
the Lakers need a lot of help, man.
Huh?
Like the Lakers need a lot of help, man. I don't even think they know what they're doing at this point, dude. I
Uh,
mean, look,
what?
I mean with Schroeder, I was laughing. I was reading this guy wants like 100 to 120 million. He wants the max contract, and the way that he played, hell no, man. He's lucky to even get 50 or 60.
Well, I was talking to Goat yesterday. Shout out to Goat Mike, man, and you know, he was saying that Damian Lillard, you know, because about him and LeBron, you know, having lunch and all that other stuff. He
Yeah,
was saying that Damian Lillard would be a good fit. Do you believe that? But see, there's a couple of other teams that are eyeing Damian Lillard, though. You know what
but
I'm saying? And that, you know,
like
it's Boston.
yeah, like New York, right? I know New York's eyeing him for sure.
Say that again.
Yeah, New York. I think New York's eyeing him right now. New York has an eye on him right now.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, like with the Lakers, what can they really give up? I mean, seriously, let's be realistic here. You know what I mean, he has a lot of money left on his contract, so maybe they can give up THT, Kuzma, Trez, you know, doing maybe KCP, you know what I mean, some draft picks. But I don't even know if the Blazers would even
Right.
go for that. And a lot of people would say, look, why the hell would the Blazers want to trade with the Lakers?
Uh,
And I'll tell you something.
uh,
Look, the thing is that when you're a businessman and you're in the business, you don't care who the hell it is that you're dealing with. They might not like each other on the outside, but business-wise, they might like what the other one might have to offer, and they're doing that business. You know what I mean?
right.
'Cause that's the way business goes, man. You know, you can't put personal feelings and it's all business. You know, you want to try to get the best deal as possible, right?
Right.
And, and so realistically, I I really don't see Dame coming to the Lakers. I don't. Never say never, but nah, the
Nah,
Lakers team, nah. And trust me,
I,
I wouldn't mind having them. And they'll say, well, why don't you trade AD for Damian? Hell no, dude. I mean, why are you gonna? Why did you give up practically the whole farm for AD, and then you sign him to a max contract, right? Just to give up on him, you know?
okay, so who? Oh, all right. Now this is what because he was also talking about this. I'm talking about Zoe, man. He was talking about what he said. He was talking about Jared Allen. And see, a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't know that the Lakers they were actually eyeing Jared Allen
Yeah,
at one point. Jared Allen, and they wanted to bring back JaVale McGee, and I like, man, y'all should, man, they should have never got rid of JaVale and all those pieces that y'all had in the first place. But them guys, Howard wanted more money. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
JaVale, that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, and then Rondo. Like
yeah,
they should have listen. Whenever you come off a championship year,
yeah,
you tweak it a little bit. You don't just blow the whole thing up, man.
yeah. Well, with Rondo, he was gonna test the free agency market anyway, because I think he had one more year. I think he had a fair option. And the thing with Rondo is that he wanted to test the free agency, and when it was bidding between the Clippers and him in Atlanta, Atlanta offered him 30 million for 2 years, 15 per year, which I thought, oh, okay. So there's no, and then plus they traded for Shooter for Dennis, and then they traded Danny Green over to OKC and then plus for a number one draft pick as well, and then OKC, that guy is smart. What's his name? Presti?
Yeah,
He traded.
yeah, Sam Presti.
Yeah, he traded Danny Green to the freaking 76ers for another first round pick. I mean, this dude is pretty smart, man, as a GM. Okay, so then the thing is, with Dwight Howard, is that supposedly the Lakers took too long, because I read his tweet, and his tweet said, "I'm coming back to the Lakers," but the next moment he freaking deletes it. And so
Right.
when the Lakers got trashed, they had to go scramble for another big dude. And so, you know how the Clippers and the Lakers, every time
Mhm.
the Lakers are after someone, the freaking Clippers want that same dude that the Lakers are going for. You know about that, right? It's competition. Okay, so then what happened was that to cover their butts to get that big man, they freaking wanted Mark Gasol because they bought him, ended up going to the Clippers for the same amount that they paid Montrezl Harrell, which was $19 million for 2 years or something like that, right?
Right.
So then they ended up getting Mark Gasol. They traded JaVale McGee to Cleveland, which I thought sucked because I think the Lakers got Mark Gasol like a year too late. And that's the one thing they suffered this year was in the paint. No rim protectors. Everybody was driving in the hole. Making it. And the 2019-2020 season, nobody was getting to the hoop that much, to the rim that much because he had those big men. He had Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. Block.
I
So
never will. I never will understand that move. I didn't understand that move at all. Like, I think like what they were trying to do, they were trying to give teams a different look, man. But I was just like, man, Mark Gasol. A lot of people were disappointed that they got Mark
dude,
Gasol.
hey, listen, as a Lakers fan, I was, man. And the thing is that they're trying to build a team around AD because LeBron's gonna pretty much hand the keys over to AD, and that's gonna be AD's team, right? So they wanted to get younger and better and faster, and they all look good on paper, man. I'll be honest with you, as a Lakers fan, you had Dennis Schroeder, and then you had Wes Matthews, right?
Right.
And they all look good on paper because remember Wes Matthews killed.
Yo, what's good, Paulo? What's good, man?
Yeah. Hey, hold on, Red Pill. Hold on.
Alright, no worries, no worries. I'm here, so.
What's up, Northridge?
Go ahead, Don, and then I'll let Red Pill go ahead and go. Go ahead,
So
finish
then,
what you were
so
saying.
then the thing is, yeah, the Lakers looked really good on paper, because you still had AC, and then you had Schroeder coming up. We thought we were coming off the bench, and then he threatened the Laker organization that he's a freaking starter, that they weren't gonna punk him like that, that he was gonna start. And to me, that showed like bad chemistry because this guy's already bossing the organization around. Like, if I don't start, forget about it, And yeah, Wesley Matthews, and then we thought KCP was going to do good because he was a bubble boy, and he did a lot better in the bubble. And we didn't know that injuries were going to factor in, And,
Right.
COVID-19 is still there, and they started the season too soon. And the players actually voted to start the season in December instead of January because of the fact that you had a lot of veteran minimums. Players with minimum like 500,000, and that was going to hurt them more than these players that were making millions of dollars. But the NBA would have started in January, so they did it for them, And they could have load managed, like LeBron could have load managed, AD could have load managed, but they wanted to play, And remember, the games were like, sometimes you have 3 games in a row with the same team, right? This season. So it'd be Lakers at Memphis one night, and then Lakers again at Memphis the following night, and then 2 days later, Lakers at Memphis again, And the season was like pretty cracked up. So, Red Pill, what do you have to say about all this?
Go ahead, Red Pill. You got it, man.
Oh, about the Lakers?
Yeah,
I just came in and stuff.
We're talking about your team, man. I know
Yeah,
you was anxious.
I just
You
got
was
off work
anxious.
and stuff. Yeah.
Anytime we talk about the Lakers, man, you was ready to come in
Yeah.
automatically firing off. I'm like,
Yeah. Fire on
hey, man.
you're just all cylinders and stuff. Yeah, man. Like, like regarding like this, just upcoming off season stuff, just what I said about Schroeder, man. Hey, I don't know, just what type of fucking drugs is this man taking, bro, but he is now worth $100 to $120 million, man. The guy's just barely just worth just at least $5 million for his fucking shitty production this season. I don't for me and stuff. I don't like Schroeder, and I want that dude to walk, man. Schroeder's just disgusting, and that guy's just full of himself. He's so full of shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask y'all. What if they, because what if don't nobody want him? Are y'all gonna be upset?
Yeah, like for me, if nobody wants him, if I were the Lakers, I'd remember how they offered him $84 million for 4 years, and he didn't want to take it, right? I'd offer him like 50 or 60. I'd offer him like 50 at the most.
Yeah, definitely, man. Nah, man.
Because they're not, because Red Pill, they're not going to. He's not going to New York. New York is trying to go after. They're trying to go after Chris Paul. They're trying to make up a package to send R.J. Barrett. That'll send R.J. Barrett out of there, and they're trying to. They're being eyeing like CP3, and they've been eyeing Kelly Oubre from the Warriors.
Oh wow, those are actually great moves. I mean,
and that deal with Ben Simmons, that's off the table. I don't know if you know about that, Don.
Yeah.
But that deal is
Indiana. It was Indiana, right?
For that Malcolm Brogdon, right?
Yeah, for Malcolm Brogdon and Jeremy Lamb and 2022 pick.
Hey, honestly, Polo, I would have done that trade, man. I don't know what the 76ers were thinking. I mean, I like Ben Simmons as a player and stuff. I felt like he's a good passer and defender and stuff. But the problem is, it's just his the guy has a very just subpar work ethic. If he wants to be the best, the guy needs to work on all aspects of his game, you know, like just specifically shooting and stuff, you know, because I mean, like, man, with fucking Ben Simmons, man, it's just like, man, you just gotta get at least a mid-range shot at least, and like, you know, just work on your free throw shooting, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, but
Malcolm Brogdon, Don Lovato, and Red Pill. You know what he shoots from the free throw line?
Now, what is he shooting?
like
He shoots
88%.
92%, and he shoots 38% from 3 point.
Damn.
That's good. That is good.
So I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm like, damn, man, why y'all reject that?
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
Polo, I was thinking about you, man. When they ditched that tree, like, I wonder if Polo's thinking about this, man. You know that Indiana whooped out on it, you know,
Right.
and you know, like when I saw those highlights of Ben Simmons in high school, you know, in senior year, those highlights, man, this guy can shoot. This guy was shooting, man, shooting threes, you know,
Yeah, but
he was
man,
shooting mid jumpers.
and he was shooting in a pickup game when he played with Devin Booker and everything too.
Yeah. Man,
But
this dude Ben Simmons, man.
it's an attitude. It's an attitude thing. I guess in late game situations, or or even like just him being in the city, because there was one game where he scored 40 points and he shot 12. He shot 12 or 14 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
It's all about the mindset for Ben Simmons. It's just like, you know,
And,
what? Oh yeah, go ahead.
no, you know what he was mad about, Red Pill and Don Lovato. He
Yeah.
was mad. He was mad because they said that Rudy Gobert was a better defender than him. So I was like, maybe we should just be telling you that all the time. Hey, you suck at defense. You suck at defense, so you can shoot better.
Yeah,
Definitely, man.
and that would definitely motivate him, you know, because he had that 40 something point game
Right against the Utah Jazz over in Utah. Yep.
Dude, Gobert, man. I don't know, man. Like that guy doesn't deserve the. I mean, like the defensive player of the year. I mean, like I see, like I mean the like NBA stuff. The like just NBA is just based off just analytics and stuff. But it's just like, bro, like Gobert's not that good in the playoffs, man. Like what I said, the guy's a seasoned player. Like I've been I've been I've been saying this for like a long time because if you go small ball against the Jazz, like you're gonna win. Like I mean, Gobert like cannot freaking guard the 3 point line at all. And yeah, I mean, I felt like Ben Simmons or Draymond Green should have won the Defensive Player of the Year. In my opinion, I just like don't see the. I don't like a. I don't like agree with the like just analytics and stuff. I think that shit's BS, man. I'm sorry. I don't I don't see Gobert as a good defender. I just just see him as like a tall, just lanky dude. That's just the like just anchor of the Utah defense, that's all. But I don't see him as no defensive player of the year. I mean, I don't know. It's just me.
Nah. He was doing the thing in the regular season, but he got exposed in the playoffs. It was between him and Ben Simmons, flat out. You know what I'm saying? It's no knock on Draymond. I know everybody think I'm throwing Draymond under the bus or anything like that, but I just said this year I felt like with when you couple when you couple PJ Tucker, when you couple Giannis and you couple Drew Holiday together, that's why they're still playing and they're still in the finals. I mean they in the Eastern Conference Finals or whatnot. So you got to look at it, look at the impact. But Rudy Gobert got exposed, and that was that. But he did do a good job rim protecting and rebounding this year.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yeah.
what happened to that Clipper series then?
No, that Clippers series is bad for Gobert. He got exposed
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying. He got exposed in that one.
Yeah, he got exposed badly because I mean, I guess Ty Lue, just made some great adjustments, and he put Batum at the 5, and that like really changed the series, like
But
just
you,
around and stuff.
but you know what though, Red Pill and Don Lovato. Hey, check it, Don. Uh, Aiden wasn't getting enough credit. But check this out. In one of the games, I had to let Goat know that he scored 19. This was in the playoff. He had 19 points, 22 rebounds. Shout out to Antisocial because he put me on it too. I had forgot that he had 5 blocks that game. So we gotta give Aiden his flowers too in terms of what he's done defensively. But nobody's talking about it. And look where Phoenix at. They ready to go to the finals. Or
Yeah,
they already in the finals or whatever. So
yeah. Shout out to Phoenix, man. I mean, like they really surprised me this year. I thought like I didn't like believe in the Phoenix Suns in the beginning of the season. I mean, I talked just Hitman X and stuff, and that guy just believed in the Suns. And guess what happened? I mean the Suns are in the finals now, so I gotta just give my respects towards them and stuff because I kind of brushed it off and stuff that the Suns are going to the
man, not
finals.
Aiden, man.
Yeah,
I told
Aiden.
I told y'all Aiden is a monster. Hey, you know what? Hey, okay, look, I gotta let Red Pill know something, man. I hate to admit it, but Red Pill, I think Red Pill Don, I think he was right about something, and we had already talked about it. I think he know where I'm going with this. But when I talk about Aiden and I look at his game, he does kind of remind me of a. I'm not saying fully. He does kind
Yeah,
of remind me of David Robinson a little bit.
mixed with Chris Bosh, in my opinion.
Oh,
That's
you
how I
think
see
Chris?
it.
You think Chris Bosh?
I was thinking about Ben Wallace.
Ben
Nah, he's
Wallace?
nah,
You
he's
know,
not no Ben Wallace, man. Yeah,
Man, Don, you trolling, man. Stop
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Ben Wallace was like 6'6" playing center. Yeah, that dude Ben Wallace was like 6'6", 6'7" playing center, but
Hey, so
Aiden's like 7 feet, seven
yeah,
feet one.
No,
yeah. So
no, his
him,
hair made him 6'8", man.
that's what I
Oh
mean. The
really?
hair. That's what I mean. The hair
Yeah,
part reminds me of Ben Wallace's hair, just about. Kind of. That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Oh shoot,
But,
his
but don't,
hair, his hair ain't even that big though.
I know, but it's gonna get there. He's gonna be having that pick in that hair.
Nah,
Hey,
man, nah,
hey,
that
Boa,
was.
man. Hey, how you're celebrating July 4th, man? Are you gonna be with the family too?
Yeah, man. Well, I gotta work a little bit, but I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna barbecue. Oh,
Damn, you gonna cook the ribs? Are you gonna cook some rib
nah,
steak, man? Like,
nah, probably put some leg quarters or something on there. What are y'all gonna do?
shit,
I'm chilling, man. I'm being a hermit on 4th of July, man.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, because of this COVID stuff, you know.
Nah, man, you're good.
Oh,
I mean, you're good. As long as you just have the vaccine stuff, and just keep yourself in shape and stuff. I think you're good, man. I think you're good. Yeah,
How
yeah,
but
about
man.
you,
Well,
Red Pill?
you still gotta watch out here, man.
yeah, the Delta shit, bro. Yeah,
Red
the
pill.
Delta variant.
It's still people, passing away from this thing, man.
Hey, today over here was like 1,000 cases, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
jumping up, dude.
Wow.
it's
It's
crazy,
spiking
man.
over there in Cali like that, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Wow.
the majority of the cases and stuff are based around just unvaccinated people, in my opinion. That's how I see it, though. Or people with just underlying um health conditions. That's how I see the cases in all 50 states.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but some of them are still getting it even if they're fully vaccinated, which is pretty interesting.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 for sure,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. I'm
I
probably gonna
mean,
barbecue too. I'm probably gonna barbecue. I'm gonna just cook some, just roasting duck. I'm gonna put some steak on the
so
grill too, man.
you're not gonna be around a lot of people, huh?
I'm not.
No, not
And
really, not really. maybe with family.
Dang.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
but
thought
You know,
I
I
thought
don't think.
LA. Oh, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
don't
You
think.
got it. My bad.
I don't think next year. I won't start visiting folks until next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna visit anybody this year. Still.
Don Lovato, man, he said, man, I'm playing it safe, bro.
hey man,
I'm
hey,
fucking.
stay safe, man.
I'm doing my ordering through through DoorDash and through freaking
Shoot,
Amazon.
you got to be careful with that though too.
Yeah, I know. You know what I do? I always wash my hands each time I put away the
Man, you
groceries.
gotta
Shoot, you don't, man,
sanitize
you don't know what them people are doing, man.
It's so easy. It's so
No,
easy,
seriously, man,
Hey,
they
this
can
dude
stop at
Paul.
home, go use the bathroom, and then come on. You know, you got
Hey,
to think about.
hey, they got the
That's right.
special time too, man.
Oh,
They might be
sorry, Don. Sorry, man.
That's right. Hey, listen, bro.
Trolling.
I'm still washing my hands no matter what, man.
Hey, man, that's great to hear, bro. You gotta get some hand sanitizer. You
Man,
gotta
they could
stop.
be digging in their nose and stuff, man. Like,
Fuck
you
no,
know
that
what
shit
I'm
nasty as
saying?
hell, man. Stop bringing that
You
shit
know
up,
what I'm
Paul.
saying?
Nasty. Yeah.
They probably got their dog in the car
Hey.
and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, but Polo, man. Hey, but I do appreciate the advice and stuff about the big woman, man, because I really took your advice in the heart. So
no, it's just women in general, man. It
yeah,
ain't,
it's just
it ain't
yeah.
about just big
Big women
women,
need
man.
love too, man. You know, like they need some love too. So
Yeah, big and small, we love them all.
Yeah,
Sorry about
no.
that.
yeah, yo, I got another party to go to on July 5th. Also, man, it's just like, man, it's crazy, bro.
Man,
More big woman.
Red Pill got a girl now, man.
No, man, no. I don't got
Yeah,
a
you
girl.
do.
Nah.
Yeah, you do.
Are you
I
catfish?
don't got a girl. Not right
You're not
now, man.
catfishing, are you, man? You're not catfishing, are you?
No, I'm not catfishing, bro.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
no, Red Pill, hey, Don, he was like, he met her on what's that site? I think it's
Let's
not
call
Tinder,
her.
right?
Let's call her.
What?
Dude, nah,
What? Yeah, I ain't been on no sites like that in I don't know
nah,
how long. So
nah. The,
I'm
nah, the
like,
feds are
man,
watching that shit, man. The
I know
feds are
you be
watching.
on Facebook.
Nah, the feds are watching that website.
Oh, okay. Now you said you met her at a party though.
Yeah. I mean, I was at the beach bonfire and stuff, and then I guess the majority of the just the females up there were just like big women and stuff. So I just started talking to them, man, and then we exchanged phone numbers and stuff. So I don't know, man. I just went for it, and I just fucking ditched my friends. I was
Hey,
like, man, fuck it, bro.
Don, Red Pill didn't have a choice, man. It's like, all right, oh well, shoot.
Oh well, I don't want to be flying solo tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, just approach the groups and stuff, you know. That's what I recommend, cause
Oh, man.
I had a bunch of homies and stuff that were sitting in the back, and they were just just looking at me, fucking talking to until all these just big just Asian girls, and I was just like, okay, man, I'm just gonna go up, just just conversate with them, and it helps your public speaking skills too, you know. So I mean, it shows a lot of confidence, you know. Yeah, and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man, like,
Yeah.
man, listen, as long as you just be yourself,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Don Lovato and Red
Yeah.
Pill?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
man.
Just be
Definitely, man.
yourself. Don't, because they cannot, they're automatically gonna recognize if you fake, if you're being fake, man, or if you're being real. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
definitely.
get, you can't sit there and try to, hey, try to put on an act or whatever. That's not gonna
Put
pan
on a
out well.
macho man attitude, man. Just put on a macho man attitude. Nah, I can't do that, man. It's just not me.
Yeah,
I,
exactly, man.
Yeah.
it's not worth it. It's not
As
worth it,
long
man.
as you be yourself, but don't be no pushover neither though. Don't be no pushover. Don't let nobody, take advantage of you neither, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, do y'all have a lot in common though? Do y'all have a lot in common, man? Do y'all, y'all were cool or whatever?
Yeah. With the big girls and stuff, we were just talking about food and stuff. So
That's not
Yeah,
even
you
true,
guys,
man.
I don't
you
know.
guys are
Man,
talking
you
about
really,
Rugrats, buddy.
now you fat shaming, man.
No, no, I'm not trolling, man. Not trolling, Polo. I'm trolling, man. I'm sorry. I'm trolling.
Yeah, you guys are talking about bagels
That's
and cream
messed up.
cheese, right?
Nah, man. We're
Yeah.
just like, I mean, like we're
But
just
you
talking
know
about this
what though?
Korean barbecue,
Hey
man.
Don, this is what's gonna happen. Hey, if he with a big girl, right? Hey, that big girl, right? He gonna end up playing her. He gonna end up playing him, and he gonna be mad. He gonna
Nah,
be enraged, and then he gonna be even more. He gonna be even more attracted to her because he's like, damn, I can't believe she played me like that, man. She
Yeah.
big, you know.
nah, man. Nah, Polo, man. You crazy. Nah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you
I
is.
don't play games, dog, man. It's just not my thing, brother. I don't do that shit.
Don, Red Pill is full of shit right now.
Nah, man. You trolling. Hey, Polo, get the fuck out, bro. Shut the hell up, man.
You know damn well, cause he be, hey Don, you be hearing him, man. That's all he talk about is massage parlors.
Dang, you're funny.
That's
Nah, man. No,
all he
I
talk
never.
about is happy endings, man.
I never been there, bro. Nah, man, you crazy. I never been there,
You
bro.
probably had one like last night or something, man.
Oh
Shit.
man, nah, I'm not
Yeah,
getting
you did.
it.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Don, man. Hey, Red Pill ain't fooling nobody. Don't let him try to get on here and try to be all innocent and stuff.
Yeah, he has his flavors. We know his flavors now.
He
We know
know,
what he do.
he know that, daggone well that's what he doing.
Y'all are
Somebody got
wild,
echo.
man.
So I wonder if he's a chef. Are you a chef, Red Pill?
Am I a chef?
Yeah.
Nah. Wait, what do I do for work?
No. In general, like, do you like to cook? In your spare time,
Hell yeah, I can cook, bro. Hell yeah,
You be
man.
doing. You got
Making
to walk.
eggs, man.
You got to walk and
and the talk.
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun.
You be
Yeah,
doing
man,
that
I got the
stir. You
walk,
be doing
bro.
that. You be doing that stir fry, man.
Yeah, I mean, cooking's a passion of mine because growing up and stuff, like I had to fucking teach myself how to cook and stuff because like my parents weren't like they weren't like home the majority of the time, so I had to just cook myself some like food and stuff just after I get back from school, like I mean sometimes I cook just fish and rice, just steak and rice, just Korean beef and rice if I wanted to, and like a bunch of other things, So yeah, I mean, cooking's a great. Yes.
So do you make like a lot of fish tacos? A lot of fish,
Man, I love fish tacos.
and they're good, huh?
Not really. I don't really make tacos that much.
I know.
I
Polo
mean,
have
what
that.
do y'all like? What do y'all like to eat? You know what I'm saying? Cause I eat about just about everything. But what y'all be eating now? What y'all be eating out there?
Lobster, crab,
Look at him balling. Look at
In
him.
and out,
Don
bro.
Bell
In and out.
balling.
In and out, yo.
He
In
got
and
a
out
little
some good shit.
baller out there.
Waterburger. We like
Yo.
Waterburger over in Texas.
Yeah, you got
In and
water.
out's
Hey,
like
do they got a Whataburger in Cali? I haven't seen one.
I don't think
Nah,
so. No.
No, we have an In-N-Out that's similar to
Yeah, I know
Waterburger.
y'all got In and Out and Fat Burger. You know what I'm saying?
In and out's
Yeah.
like the best place to pick up girls too, man. Like just after like
Yeah.
See, here we
You're
go.
In-N-Out,
You see, Don.
Yeah.
You see?
In-N-Out.
I told
You're
you.
In-N-Out. Yeah. This guy's
Yeah,
something else.
it
Yeah,
is, bro.
In and Out. Yeah, that's a perfect name. Yeah, In and Out. Dollar.
Yo, when you think I'm joking, it's true, man. There's some good-looking women over there, so like you can sit with them, you just conversate with them, you could exchange phone numbers, and you know what? It could be a week later, and just one of the girls you met could become your girlfriend. So I mean,
Hey, that's what he does. Hey, Don, that's what he does.
I
That's what
don't do
Red Pill does. He'll be like, look, let me buy you a burger. Come on.
man.
You was already talking about big. You was already talking about big guns, so you said that's how they talk about food. You know, you be like,
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
like,
let me buy you a burger.
Yeah, he loves the overweight lovers in the house,
Yeah, man. Ain't no wrong with a thick woman, man.
yeah,
Okay,
I
so
love it.
listen. So I have the story. here that I want to tell you guys real quick. So there's this
Oh, yeah.
one time, right? My first car was a 1978 Pontiac Bonneville, So this car fit like 8 people comfortably. So I was rapping to this one girl, right? And I went to go meet her in East Los Angeles, and I got out of my car. I just detailed my car. I washed it and cleaned it, and she looked at my car and she goes, "Is that the car that we're going in?" Like she was like ashamed, right? And I was like, forget this. I go, you know what? I go, let's go catch my limo, because she was like capping on my car.
Yeah.
All right. So she goes, let's go see where the limo's at. So that RTD bus came by. It was the bus. I said, let's get in. I go, this is my limo. And she's like, what? And she was being so rude,
Right.
And so then I didn't give her a seat, because normally I would give my seat up and say, go ahead and go sit down. And she goes, aren't you supposed to give a lady your seat? And I said, no, when I see one, let me know. And then we got off the bus to go eat. And she said, like, where are you taking me to? And I go, I'm taking you to my kingdom. And then we went to Burger King. And then I got her a Whopper and a water, man, for our lunch.
Wow.
And Whoppers were like 99 cents, dude.
Yeah, you would do some cheap stuff like that. Look at her.
Well, for that girl.
Wait a minute. You were just talking about lobster. Now you went from lobster to Whopper.
Well, this chick was giving me the attitude over a car, man, over a 1978 Bonneville.
You thought, you know what?
Man.
I was gonna get you some lobster. Now I'm gonna get you a small 99-cent fries.
Dude, I just like good food, because I know we're over in Texas. You guys have that Tex-Mex, right? Tex-Mexican food, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty good, man. Because I visited San Antonio a couple of times, and I had some like Tex-Mex food, and it was like really good down there.
Right.
It's like totally different than like the Mexican food in Cali, like New Mexico, Colorado. Because they eat that green hatch chili, man. It's really good. I don't know if you ever had it down there.
Oh yeah.
The green hatch chili.
Yeah.
And when you go over to like Albuquerque, they freaking give you chili all over the place, man.
They sell it at this place called Rudy's. It's a barbecue place.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. The green hatch chili.
Yeah, they sell it over there. If you ever out here again, I want you to go to a place that's called Rudy's. They sell it over there. Now I haven't tried theirs. I tried it somewhere else, but they said that theirs is really good, and I plan on trying it. But it's a barbecue place, so.
Hey, you guys have some really good barbecue places over there.
Yeah, man. That's what we known for, man. Man. Like I'm gonna fire up the grill. Well, after I get off of work tomorrow, so.
Do some of that slow cooking, huh?
Yeah.
Low and slow.
Man, I have been craving some ribs, so I can't. When you mention ribs, but no, I'm not gonna do the ribs or whatever, because I really have to put some focus into my ribs if I'm gonna do that or whatever. So I'm gonna just make it real light, simple, sweet, to the point. Do some chicken, put some corn on the cob on there, some burgers and stuff like that.
Some hot links. You can do some hot links.
Not my wife. She didn't get no. We usually get there's a certain type of hot links that we usually get though. I like hot links though.
Yeah.
I love hot links. She like my wife. She enjoys the Earl Campbell sausages. I don't like them. I don't like them though. You know what I'm saying? Are you into sausages?
No, I was at one point, and then I stopped eating it. I haven't eaten that in like 6 years or so. But yeah, I used to.
You don't eat meat no more.
Not as much, because I remember when I would do my rubs, I would always put mustard on my ribs, and then put all the seasonings over the ribs, for my rubs, because that made my rubs stick on my ribs.
Right.
Right. So I'm sure you probably did that too, right? Like you put mustard.
Yeah. That's what they do. Believe it or not, that's what they do in Memphis. They do the rub, but I'm more into the actual. I like the salt, the saucy kind, man, and I like it to where they're really tender and sweet, man. So like it be so tender, man. It be so tender, Don, man, that you got to be careful. It might
it might end up falling apart when you pick it up, man.
Mm. I love ribs like that, man. Because I would sometimes boil my ribs in
You boil them, yeah.
hot water with vinegar. You know, hot water with the vinegar to kind
Right,
of
right.
so it won't be as tough. You know, when you eat it.
Yeah.
So I'll do that and then make sure, before I put it in the oven, let it dry out for a bit and then go on and start putting my rubs in and then stick it in the oven.
Right.
But the pork ribs are always better than the beef for some reason.
Right, yeah. I like them both, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But if I think beef ribs. I like beef ribs a little better though.
Yeah, you have to. There's this potato salad that I would make, and on my potato salad, it would be like with red little potatoes, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'd get like mayonnaise, and then I'd get some of that sauerkraut
Mm-hmm.
and dill, and then squeeze some lemon over it.
Right. Yeah. Nah. I make my. Hey, player. I make my. Hey, my potato salad. I ain't made it in a long, long time, but like I leave that up to either my mom's or I leave that up to the
Hmm.
wife to do that. You know what I'm saying? But when I was doing it, I made it quite different though. But yeah, I don't eat everybody's potato. I'm pretty sure you the same way. I don't eat
Yeah,
everybody's potato salad.
I mean, I'll try it, and then if I don't like it, I won't eat it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
That.
because I used to buy potato salad. One time, my friend bought potato salad from I think it was Sam's Club or Costco, one of
Mhm.
those places. And it
Mhm.
was the type where the first bite was cool, and as you started to eat more and more of it, you get tired of
Right.
it. For some reason, it would taste gross.
Yeah. Well, like I'm like that with like potato salad and coleslaw.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I can't eat everybody's coleslaw. Like
yeah.
I try to eat some coleslaw at Popeyes the other day. I
Ooh.
was like, I said, oh, this is nasty. Like I didn't even finish it, man. I was like, man, this stuff is nasty, man. What y'all did? Cause I like my coleslaw. You know what I'm saying? With it's sweet and it got raisins and carrots in
Hmm.
there and everything like that, man. I tasted that, man. That stuff was nasty, bro.
Oh, from Popeyes. What do you think of
Yeah.
what do you think of KFC's?
I, hey, listen. I used to like them way back when, but it's like all the food has changed,
Yeah, big
Don.
time.
It's not the same, like it used to be. But no, I don't like it. Tastes so artificial now.
Yeah,
Last
I know
time I
that.
had it.
I know, like growing up, I would always see my mom and sister make like potato salad with like boiled eggs, potatoes. Let's see, some pickles, pickle juice, stuff like that on
Hmm.
top of the potato salad, right? Maybe a couple of
Right.
slices of green onion. So I was doing that for a bit, and the trick was, for the eggs to peel properly, because I would make boiled eggs where they'd start breaking apart and shit. So what I did was
Right.
I would end up putting the eggs in the water that I boiled the potatoes in, and then you
Mm.
boil that for a while, and then
Hmm.
as soon as you get them out, I would run cold water over them, and then the shells would start coming out like nothing, with nothing breaking except for the shells.
Right.
So that was a pretty cool trick using the potato water, when it's boiling for like close to an hour or so.
Yeah. That's definitely what you want to do. And you know what, man? Like, um, what's it called? Like, I I boil the ribs. Like, just get back on ribs.
Yeah.
I bought the ribs. I was doing that like consistently, but there was a lot of times I really didn't boil the ribs like that. What I would do is I would marinate them anywhere from 48 to maybe 72 hours, just like I marinate the chicken, just like you
Mm,
marinate the steak or whatever.
for
You
sure.
know you put like you know I put beer, a certain type of beer, or you can put wine. Like for your steak, you use wine or whatever. It'd be like the same thing. Like if you using like how you say you use vinegar. You know what I'm saying? You just marinate it and let it sit in there for like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, man. Dog, it's gonna be all in the. It really gonna be all in the bone, but it's gonna be all in there, man. You gonna taste it, man. It's gonna sink into your mouth. So That's
Mm,
that's
that's
that's what
good.
I usually do, especially when it comes to like any type of meat.
Hmm.
Um, I had, another thing, though, a lot of Don, that you probably make that I haven't like really made in quite some time, but I was thinking about doing it is drunken chicken.
Mm, that sounds good. I never made that before.
Oh, you have, okay. Look, this is what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna shut it down in just a second, but I'm gonna leave you with this. You're gonna take like any type of beer, whether Budweiser, whatever,
Hmm.
and get you like a Cornish hen, and you open up the beer, you crack the beer, and you put the Cornish hen on top of the beer, and then that's when you just let it sit. You can put it in the oven, or you could do it, on the grill, and see what it does is it gives it that it'll give it that tender and also that taste as well.
Mm.
Because a lot of people use beer on their chicken and stuff. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah. And sometimes I would use that in my stews, like when I would like
saying?
cook the meat,
Yeah.
I'd get like the what do they call that? What the chuck roast, right? And the way that they would cut it up like stew meat.
Hmm.
And sometimes I'd like cook that, I'll fry it up, and then I'll put some beer in there and then my seasonings, and make a stew, throw in my potatoes, and for some
Hmm.
reason it'll make the beer would like enhance the flavor, make it a lot taste better, and then some of my marinades, sometimes I would use like Coca-Cola to like marinate some
Yeah,
of the toughest
yeah,
steaks.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, some of the toughest meats, man, because nobody likes a tough meat, man, because then your teeth start hurting, after done chewing that shit. It's like chewing leather, right?
So you break your teeth trying to eat barbecue and stuff,
Yeah, man,
man. Nah.
because if you're eating tough meat, man, forget it, man. It's not enjoyable.
It gotta be tender, man. It gotta be, succulent, man. You gotta be able to sink your teeth up into that, man. But Don Lovato, man, hey, I thank you for pulling up, man. Hey, you gotta come through more often, man. Come holler at your boy, step up on that panel. We got Don Lovato, y'all, man. I want to thank everybody that pulled up, man. Let's start it off with the homie, uh, South Political, then of course Red Pill, then of course
They,
True the
they,
King. I thank you for pulling up, and Big Who, man. I thank you for pulling up too, man. I thank all of y'all as South Political, man. Thank y'all for showing love, man. And this is our Polo Sports Talking ENT as well as Polo Sports News Plus. I will be coming at y'all again tomorrow. And if y'all don't hear from me, y'all have a safe, wonderful holiday, man. Happy 4th of July, and I'll holler at y'all.
well, thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it, Polo. Thank you so
Hey, no,
much.
no
Enjoy
problem.
myself.
Nah, Don, hey, man, just come through, man. You could always come through, chop it up about sports, life, anything, man. Hey, listen, That's the thing about me. Everybody talks about the best ability is availability, man. It's really true accessibility. You know what I'm saying? So holler at your boy, man.
For sure, Polo. I appreciate it, man. And you have yourself, if I don't speak to you this weekend, have a good weekend and a good 4th of July.
Man, appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll holler at y'all.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.